With a population of over 130 crores, India has the second largest army in the world. However, if we dig a layer deeper, India has a shortage of about 9,000 officers in the Indian Army itself. Good morning and welcome to SSB Short Academy. Today we have invited some ex-army officers who are experts in their own fields. We will be asking them questions related to the shortage which is there in the Indian Armed Forces at the officer rank.
My dear friends, make sure you like this video and subscribe to our channel. Hit the notification bell for all the latest updates and don't forget to follow us on Instagram.
We also have some candidates who have come here for training from different colleges all across Karnataka and other states. So introducing our panelists, we have Major General VPS Bhakuni, who has also been a former commandant of the Services Selection South in Bangalore. We have Colonel Varghese and we also have Col Doddamani, who both are military experts. So to kickstart this discussion, I would first like to ask the audience, because they are all aspiring to join the armed forces. What do they feel? Why is there a shortage in the armed forces? Is it that people do not want to join? Is it that the youth is not opting for it? Or is it that the selection system is really that difficult that people who are even wanting to join are not getting selected? So, anyone who wants to give their opinion.
Good morning all of you. The main reason that I feel why is there a shortage in the defense forces is the stereotype, the Indian stereotype. The mindset of the people that, army means war. The Indian parents, especially the parents from the rural areas, they advise the children not to get into the army because the training and the physical activities are really tough and of high standards. So I feel they lack the ability of risk taking to join the defense forces.
Alright. Any other opinion?
Yes. It is not the youth, they are not willing to come to join the armed forces. There are a large number of youth who are showing up to join the armed forces. We have seen the screening rate. Especially 350 candidates are getting coming for a reporting day. We are getting only 50 or 30 candidates getting screening, and also the recommended rate is too low. Maybe in second time the candidates is getting recommended. I feel that maybe in few areas we lack the quality.
As per me, what I have come across the people, and as my friend said, the qualities. So I would like to showcase this thing, that the qualities which are being seen in SSB is not as at par, and therefore the upbringing of the child should be from their childhood only, and therefore they can inculcate those qualities and they can showcase those qualities in SSB also, so that they can be selected. Thank you.
Alright. So we've got opinions like it is a dangerous profession. Some people are saying the selection system is too difficult. So any other opinion apart from these?
I think, good morning everyone. I also feel that the lifestyle of the army, the person has not been reflected to the general population. Most of them know about the corporate life, most of them know about the government jobs, but rarely people notice the lifestyle of an army man.
Anything else?
Yeah, I also think that it's the media which failing to showcase the army in a manner that everyone will be ignited towards the particular profession.
Alright. So more or less the same thing, that the army is perhaps not advertising what they can offer.
In my opinion, I can say that the youth of the country is getting attracted towards the corporate world and the professional jobs. Do they think they can get in the comfort zone despite the money being the main factor, because they are getting attracted and the other facilities they are getting from it. So I think that is the reason that they are
preferring corporate over joining the army.
If I talk about civilians, they don't have much awareness, they lack of motivation, like the armed forces, students or the kids from armed forces, family, they know what the process is, they know all about armed forces. So this is lack of awareness in civilians.
Alright. So we got some mixed opinions from our crowd here. So why don't we move over to the experts to give?
I feel one of the main reasons is how will the army perceived and respected by the public at large. You see that even when the martyrs' funerals are held, in fact we get more publicity for a terrorist funeral than a martyr's funeral. So that kind of respect or adulation is not there for the common army person. Secondly, the army people retire very young because there is a need to have a young army. So most of the, about 70% of the army people retire between 35 years to 40 years of age. And most of them being unskilled as far as the civil is concerned. So they are not re-employable. So at a very young age they become unemployable. So that is one thing that weighs on the youth's mind.
The corporate had started offering a lot of money, perks and privileges. And the youth always think the army life is very tough. They have tough training, hard life in field areas, separated family life, children education. All these things are also worrying the youth. Now another factor is the government policies. See, for the government, the armed forces is not a very priority area. So all these things combined, there is a reluctance, there is a detrimental effect on the youth to join the armed forces.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have an entirely different take on this. I somehow may not agree with most of the students the point which have come up. I feel in today's environment, the armed forces are actually the most popular option. I'm not saying just for the heck of it, but I am quoting the Union Public Service Commission annual report. Since I have been a selector myself, the commandant of the selection board, and a long tenure of 2.5 years as a president and commandant, I know all these facts and figures. And if you see 2016 figures, the number of people appeared for MBA and IMA alone were more than 16 lakh. And in the same year, for the civil services, which generally the people perceive as the most popular option, were only 9.5 lakh. And somebody brought out that the corporate perhaps is attracting the new candidates, and rather the students are more attracted to the corporates. But I again beg to disagree. Can you believe it, in our service selection centers now, for the past few years, from the best corporates, the candidates are turning back to the armed forces. Here only in this audience, the candidates who have come are working in the corporate, some of you. And I have interviewed people from Accenture, Infosys, TCS, Wipro, you name a company. I have interviewed people, IITians, who never used to come before, but now turning back to that. So somehow, it would be wrong to say. The reasons why there is a skill shortage, yes, we do accept. I will say that these deficiencies are there. It is in certain categories. It is in the Army Cadet College, the service entries like the SCO entry, the Special Commission Officer, the ACC entry, the SL entry, also the short service entry. I will agree. Short service, we are not able to attract maximum candidates. But the remaining entries, Permanent Commission, NDA, IMA, even that TES, Technical Entry Scheme, can you believe it? People are in the waiting now. The trend has changed. Except these certain entries, as a country, we got to think how we can ensure that there are enough candidates in the short service entry, in the ACC entry, in the SL entry, and in the SU entry, which are mainly service-oriented. Thank you.
So, sir, since you busted the myth about that people are actually willing to join the armed forces, and it is actually the most popular service in the country, according to the figures. So, is it that the talented youth are not opting for the armed forces, or is the selection system too difficult for the general public to clear?
A very good question. Yes, I will agree. The numbers which are being attracted to the armed forces, enough. In fact, the Service Selection Board had a difficulty in managing such a large crowd, which is now reporting to the Service Selection Center. And let me tell you, and that's the reason in 1998, the Armed Forces Selection Board introduced is a process of screening, stage 1 testing, just to ensure that the only few people are finally come for the selection process. On the very first day, you must have seen in the screening about 60 to 70% people are generally segregated. So crowd is coming, but I will agree with the question that the quality may be lacking. I will definitely agree that from the best of schools like Doom schools, like the best of civil schools, yes, the crowd perhaps is still not very familiar about the armed forces. They are not motivated enough, and I think the awareness among them is lacking. I will go a step further. In fact, the feeder schools which were supposed to be there for the armed forces, the Sani schools, the military schools, the RIMC, even the number of candidates getting selected are reducing, or some of the best of them, like the RIMC, some of the candidates, those supposed to opt for armed forces, may not be appearing. Yes, from the higher class of society, the candidates may not be coming. Look at the number of officers from the children of the JSOs and NSOs. There are 26% of the officers who get selected are JSOs and NSO children. Whereas in case of officers, particularly senior officers, the number is minuscule. I think it is about 6 to 7%. So that also shows that the higher class of society perhaps is not opting. I will agree with this point.
In most of the developed countries, there is a trend where people from junior ranks, they become officers after training and clearing certain tests. Whereas in the Indian scenario, the numbers are very less. So what are your opinion on that?
The officer shortage was supposed to be made up by these cadres, but they are not getting enough people even to opt for that. But by the time they finish that minimum required service, they do not have the required education qualification. There was a gap. Because to become an officer, you need to do +2. To become a joiner, you just need to have 10. So they do not get adequate time and training to get up to that required qualification. And since they already live in a particular lifestyle, for them also to adapt is a bit difficult, and they are hesitant to take that step forward.
The problem with the service entry is because they don't we have got different services, arms and services, and they don't have any central feeding institution. But many of these talented youths, below officer rank, who is a Jawan or a JSU, won't get an opportunity because of lack of facilities.
Yes, I will, as I initially said, that the service entries, that is the Jawans who become the officers, we have 3 types of commission in that. One is the Army Cadet College, in which we have 75 officers cadets vacancy every 6 months. It means in a year it is 150 vacancies. Similarly, the second commission, which is called the SCO, Special Commission Officers. For that we had 100 vacancies every 6 months. In a year, 200 vacancies. You know how many get filled? In the ACC, out of 75, in every 6 months, only 40 to 50 vacancies are filled. Remaining go unfilled vacancies. Similarly, in the SCO, out of 200, can you believe about 60 to 80 people seats are filled? Only 120 remain unfilled. So there is a huge gap in the service entry. That is SCO, SL and ACC entries. So something has to be done. If you want that the officer deficiency should be completely filled up, then we need an institution in the country, particularly the armed forces must manage it, where their selected Jawans go, take training for the SSB and get selected. We need to do that. And here, let me tell you, let me disclose to the audience, which you may not be aware, there is a wonderful institution called Apprentice Training School It was in Bhopal. And this school war had become the main feeder institution for officers in the armed forces. So gentlemen, I was talking about a wonderful feeder institution which unfortunately has been closed down by the government. More about this institution will be told by Colonel Varghese because he also belongs to the same institution.
Post 1965 war, there was a requirement was made that the Indian Army should have more capable and vibrant combat technicians, basically to support the war machinery of the Indian Army. This school in 23 batches from 1968 to 1981 produced about 2,800 apprentices for the Corps of Engineers. Out of that, more than 350 became army officers in various degrees, maximum in the Army Cadet College. So if we restart this kind of a school once again, by the initiative of the government and the Army Cobras, we have a better chance of augmenting the deficiency of the officers.
Besides what Colonel Varghese has said, what we basically need to ensure that there is no deficiency in the armed forces, we need to take two actions as I initially mentioned. One, we got to focus on the service entry because we have enough soldiers and we have capable soldiers. These days the soldiers who are joining are far more educated. So what the government has to do, in fact the army can handle it, that they should create some training facilities for these people, let them appear in the written examination. If they qualify that, let them get corrected and give only a 3 to 6 months of personality development training and little bit English speaking. If the government or the army can ensure that this breed which is able to qualify the written examination, I can assure you all the deficiencies in the armed forces can be mitigated by within the armed forces itself. Because surprisingly, all the other armies select large number of their officers from the cadre, from the service cadre. Indian Army is lacking in that. Imagine a 13 lakh force can't produce 400 officers. And that in case they produce 400 officers minimum in every year, I think the whole deficiency can be mitigated. That is one. Just secondly, we got to have a relook in these schools, like the military school and the service schools. Are they doing their job? I have had the opportunity to visit large number of Chinese schools and military schools. I have interviewed them, a number of them. Here also you must have seen last year the military school and before that the Chinese school, Collaborative here. And we overall now we find unfortunately the training standard, educational standard has gone down. The motivational level of these schools have gone down. And hardly any officer is sending his children to the military school or Chinese schools. And I am very trying to say that most of the children in the Chinese schools and military schools are of the Jeshurs and NGOs. And let me tell you, they are becoming the backbone of the armed forces. It is they who are getting selected, and why not? Because the motivation level and the passion for the armed forces is much more in the Jeshurs and NGO children rather than others. So we got to improve the quality of the Chinese schools and military schools. If we will only take these two steps, that will help you to mitigate most of the deficiencies.
I hope that you found this video very informative, and I would like to thank all our panelists over here as well as the audience. And we will make sure at SSB Short Academy that we compile these points and also report them to the respective authority. Thank you once again for joining us. Have a good day.
Thank you for watching this video. Make sure that you like this video and share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell for all the future updates. If you're new to this channel, then do check out our other videos as well. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram.